Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. It's Lindsay here with another unboxing today. I do have another 5-pound jewelry bag from America's Thrift Supply. I really like picking these up. They're fairly easy to get as long as you're on the America's Thrift Supply website at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. That's when they drop. And don't forget to use the code Kristen to save 15% off your order. If you're new to my channel, I'm a part-time reseller here on YouTube, also Poshmark and The Real, and I do drop videos Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I will probably be having another sterling silver sale this week, so make sure you activate your bell so you don't miss any notifications. So this one just arrived. I ordered it not this past Friday, but the one before. So I'm excited to see what we get. I have found some really exciting pieces in these bags. Some are certainly better than others, but compared to the Goodwill Blue Box and the ThredUp 5-pound DIY, they are a bit cheaper and, like I said, easier to get. So I will get this open. If you're interested in purchasing anything from tonight's video, just please send me an email with a timestamp of the item, a brief description, and also the price. I will need your mailing address if you're a new customer, and I only ship within the United States. So let me go ahead and get this open. So here's a first look at our bag. Compared to the last one, I am seeing a lot of smaller type items in here. Probably some more earrings and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and get out a handful and get started. All right, so I got a handful out and we'll take a look at what we received. So first up is a bracelet. This is like a black faux leather with gunmetal hardware and clear rhinestones. I think we have all the stones present. And this shows a little bit of wear, but in pretty good condition. I don't see any maker's mark on it, but it is pretty. And that one is coming in about $6 1/4 on that one. So we'll do $3 on that. That is a nice item and in wearable shape. We'll go over earrings at the end. Next up is a stretch bracelet, or maybe more of just a toggle clasp. So it looks like it's faux pearls, and there is like a dyed stone there and a tree of life. And I don't see any maker's mark on that one. And that is just the toggle clasp. There's no stretch. And that looks to be in decent condition. And that one is coming in about $6 3/4 max. So on that one, we'll do $3 as well. So first two items are in good shape. And next up we have this here. It's kind of like a hematite spike, and then this gold kind of faceted ball. And I'm not sure exactly what this is. It is definitely too short for a necklace. So I'm just going to put that into craft for $1 if anybody would like that. And we got some earrings. Are these a match? That is gorgeous. Yeah, these are a match. So absolutely stunning. And I think we have all the stones there. And the actual stones are in great shape, really shiny. And there's the back of the earrings. I don't believe there's any maker's mark on there. But a beautiful statement piece. And there might be like some glue residue or something there, and the posts are a little bit bent, but those should be able to be fixed. Beautiful earrings. We'll do $3 on those also. And next up we have this bangle bracelet. It's with yarn and some little bells on it. This is going to be in craft for $1, and it is sitting in at 7 1/4 max. So that will be $1 on that. Looks like there are some other kind of yarn looking items coming up. This is a bracelet with just some acrylic clear stones. And it's super lightweight. We'll just do $2 on that one. It is pretty, and it is like a bypass style, so it's fairly adjustable. So we'll just do 2 on that. And this looks like a pendant. Really cool design on it. And there's the bail. And I don't see any markings on that one. We'll do $2 on that pendant. And next up we have a long faceted bead necklace. This one looks like it is broken, so it will need a bit of a repair. But really nice faceted clear beads and gold tone. So this one's just going to go into craft, and that will be $1 on that one. And next up we have this necklace. This is really interesting. It's got a cool kind of stone in there with some abalone pieces. And then you do have some of the abalone there. And this one is marked. Actually, it's not marked. It does have a hang tag, but I don't see any branding on it. And it looks to be just silver tone. There is some wear down here along the little spikes. And we are missing a spike there. So this one is just going to go into craft. And that will be $1, but it would be a fun piece to repurpose into something. And we have a wrap bracelet here with a toggle clasp. I don't see any maker's mark on this one. And it is a brown, probably faux leather, and then these bronze tone beads. And it looks to be in good condition, so like a Victoria Emerson style. We'll do $3 on the wrap bracelet. And we got a couple pieces that are a little tangled in this section, so I might come back to it, but I'll see what I can do. This is pretty. It has a huge clasp on it, and there is a little bit of wear on the clasp, but really pretty. And then you do have this large pearl. So definitely like a choker length, but you could put an extender on it. I don't see any branding, but it's really pretty. We'll do 3 on that one. And we have this one. These are just faux pearl, and it looks like it needs a bit of a wipe down. And it is kind of a bypass style, like the cable bracelet. But it appears to be in good shape. We'll do $3 on that one. And that is magnetic. And I do believe these are real stones on this one. We'll see if we can get that loose. It is a bit tangled, so we'll come back to it, but I think that's tiger's eye. Ooh, and we have a Kendra Scott here. Oh my gosh. Right, so here it is. And this is like a faceted black with a light gold wash. And there's the back of it. And then you do have the Kendra Scott there. This is a Elise necklace, and it is in really good condition. It is super lightweight, so I'm not 100% sure that this is authentic. So I'm gonna do some research on this one, and I'll put info on the screen, but the chain and the actual pendant piece just feels like plastic, and hers should be glass or real stone. So I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'm going to look into that, and I'll put some info on the screen. And we've got another necklace here with that gigantic clasp. And this one has like a religious pendant on it and some pearls. And this is showing a little bit of green there and on the clasp there, so it's going to need a cleaning. So on that one, let's just do $2. It does have another charm on that one, but like I said, it does need a cleaning. And the charms are not sterling, so we'll just do $2 on that one. And next up we have this kind of suede cord with the pearl. And it looks like that is in pretty good condition. We'll just do $2 on that one. That would be a nice stacking piece. And next up we have this necklace with the pink pony on it. And it looks like this is in good condition. It also says love. Another nice layering piece. And this is in really good shape. We'll do $3 on this one. So it's got love and the pink pony. So $3 on that. And next up we have this ribbon cord with a cool cross on it. It's kind of like a matte hammered tone. And I don't see any markings on that one. That would be a cool crafting piece. And I don't believe that is sterling. So this one we'll just put into craft for $1. And this looks like a bracelet, I guess, with a toggle. Or actually, no, this is a necklace. So there's the toggle clasp, and then it comes down into these pearls. And I think those are real pearls. And it's on like a leather cord, like a waxed cord. And it looks to be in good shape. We'll do $3 on that one. This is just going to go into craft. And next up we have this pretty necklace. Let's see if it's actually broken, it looks like. Gold tone, and these are just acrylic beads. And I don't see a makers on that one. That will be $1 in craft. And we have this here. It was marked $15. And there's a lot of scratching on it, and it is broken. And I believe this is just silver tone, so that will be in craft for $1. And we have whatever this yarn doodad is. And there's some shells on it and some bells. And this is attached to it. I don't know if it belongs there, but it's a suede cord and this piece of slate or something. So I'm just going to put that all into craft for $1. Get that out of the way. Next we have this bracelet, and it looks like this is gold tone. It is pretty. And I don't see a maker on that one. And that one is sitting about an 8 max. So we'll do $3 on that one. It's in good condition. All right, next up we have this arrowhead with a kind of a glittery, druzy type stone in there. And there is some tone loss on the back, and it is a long necklace. And the chain looks to be in pretty good shape. It is showing some tone loss as well. And it's got a pretty long extender. I don't see any maker's mark on that one, and it is magnetic. We'll just do $2 on that one because it does show tone loss, but it's a cool piece. And we have something here. I'm not sure what that says. I'll have to look through the magnifying glass once I can get this out. And I think it is this big statement necklace here. So just plastic, but it is really pretty. And it looks to be in good shape. And it's on a gold tone chain with an extender, and I think it says My Couture. Looks like it says RY Couture. I'm not familiar with that maker, but like I said, it seems to be in good shape. We'll do $4 on that one. That is pretty. And next up we have this really nice pendant here. And there is some scratching on the back, and I think some discoloration on there. And it is on a multi-layer wax cord. I don't see any branding on that one. We'll just do $2 on that. It does show somewhere on the pendant, but it is a pretty substantial piece with some weight to it. Looks like a Chico's or something like that. And we've got this suede cord necklace. And this is really long. It's got the knot back there so you can adjust it. And then a really pretty little flower there. And it is kind of like a bolo, so it does adjust. So really pretty. Let's do $2 on that one. And we got another bracelet here with a cross, and there's a little cross dangle, and that one just opens like that. I don't see any markings on it. It does look like it's on the smaller side. 6.5 would be the max on that one. We'll do $3 on the cross bracelet. And next up we have this necklace, and this is marked 925. So it is definitely a shorter chain, and there is a kink in it there. And then it does have these 3 enamel charms. So it says there's a D, and an R. So maybe 3 initials for different children's names. So I don't see any other markings other than the 925. So let's go ahead and test this and see if it is sterling. So we got the chain there, and I'll just do one of the charms. They're all the same. They are all individually marked 925, and there's definitely some tarnish on this, and like I said, there is some damage on the chain right there, so probably more of a scrap type of piece, but pretty cool, and you could definitely do something else with the charms. And that is testing for sterling on both the chain and the charms, so let's just do $10 on that if anybody wants to do something with it, but there is some sterling there, and it is cute. So we'll do 10 on that. It's been a couple boxes since I've had sterling, so that is good. And next up we have another wrap bracelet. And this one, I guess they might be real stones because there is some different colors. Like these are a little bit yellow, but it kind of looks like they're supposed to be that way. And this one also has no maker's mark, but definitely a Victoria Emerson style. So on that one, we'll do $3. And we have a pretty big tangle over here. This is a new J. Crew earring. So hopefully we get a match to that one. That is nice. And we did get a match to these. This is missing a stone, so those will be in craft. And you'll get both for $1 on those. And this is definitely showing some green there. Looks like it could have been like a Claire's type of piece. I don't think it is any precious metal. That will just be in craft for $1. And we have this stretch bracelet. The stretch is not great on this one, but some really pretty beads. We'll just do $1 on that one. We have a stretch ring here. It looks like all the stones are there. There is a little bit of copper coming through on that, so we'll just do $1 on that. I can tell this is going to be a little bit longer video because there's a lot of dainty pieces in this box compared to my last couple. So this, I think, is 3 necklaces, but they all look like they go together. So let's take a look at these. So there's this one. And then this one. And that has a little rhinestone on it, but I don't see any branding. And then there's this one. So these are really pretty to stack up. So we'll do all 3 of these for $4 if anybody wants that set. And we do have a kind of a string cord with this cross. And I do think all the stones are there. I'm just going to put this into craft. It looks like the slider is not really working, but I think it's supposed to be a bracelet. So that'll be in craft for $1. And we have a bangle bracelet. I'm going to move that aside, and if we have more, we'll lot those together. Just the plain ones. All right, and next we have this arrowhead. And I think that's just an acrylic. There is some scratching on it. And it is on a suede cord. And I don't see any branding. It is a long necklace with an extender. So on that one, let's just do $2. It does show some scratching. And next up, we have this mixed metal necklace. That's pretty. And this one is marked. Looks like RM. And this looks like it's pretty well made. I'm not sure what the RM stands for. But that is really pretty. And it's not magnetic. And I don't see any marks for 925. Let me test this real quick. That one is testing for sterling. Definitely bright blue there. So I'm going to do some research on that one, and I'll also look around. It may be marked smaller in a different area. So yay, that's a promising piece. I will see what I can find out about that and put info on the screen. But that is a beautiful necklace. So very happy with this piece. I will move that aside so I can research it. So far, this is a really good box. So we have this zigzag cuff. A little bit of scratching on it, but nothing too bad. It just kind of needs a wipe down. And I don't see any branding on that one. That's coming in at 8 max. We'll do $3 on that one. So this earring is marked, it's marked LS here and 585 on the hook. So that's potentially gold. I'm going to have to look into this one. And it is, it looks to be misshapen because it's not closing. So hopefully we get a match to that. And if that is gold, that would be amazing. So we'll move that aside to research later. Got another suede cord here with a really pretty druzy on it. And I think that is a real stone and a really silky cord. And this one is marked. That says Love Poppy on it. I'm not familiar with that, but it looks to be well made. So I will do some research on that piece and put a price on the screen for that. That is a good item. And we have this, I guess this is a ring. And it's really small, but it could be a pinky ring or to wear it as a midi ring. That is really pretty. And it's got some texture on the inside of the band, but I don't see any markings on it. And it's not magnetic. But it looks to be well made, and the inside with it having all of that detail, it looks like it would be branded. So I'm going to also research that one and put a price on the screen, and we'll get a size on it. It's not really adjustable, so it is sitting in like around a 3.5, but a really cool piece. So I will see what I can find out about that item. All right, so this says Flea Market Girl on it. And I believe it's gold tone, and then it does have a charm that says Alabama. And that is a little tarnished, so I wonder if this could possibly be vermeil. But that is so cute. And this is not magnetic. It is on the clasp, but not down here. But I don't see any markings on it, so let's just check this one. No, that is just copper, but that is so cute. Let's do, and it does show some tarnish on it, like I said, but that is really cute. Let's do $4 on that one. We have this bracelet here. It's pretty shredded. And that is all magnetic. That'll just go into craft for $1. I'm going to move this Tangle aside with the tiger's eye. It is definitely a mess here, so I'm going to have to work on that, but I definitely want to at least get that tiger's eye out because that is beautiful. All right, I got another stack here, so let's see what we can do. We have this really pretty necklace here. Looks like it's a mix of dyed pearls and shells. And it is a multi-layer, and then it comes to like an abalone clasp that looks like a button with a toggle. And that is so pretty. Let's do $6 on that one. That is gorgeous. Looks like it could be a homemade type of piece, but it is beautiful. So this is a pretty cool piece. It's got all these different clips on it. That one does not open, but this one does. It clips there. And then there is another clip on that side. And I don't see any maker's mark on it, but it's in really good condition. Very interesting piece. Let's do $5 on that. And we have another bracelet here. This is just like a faux suede and some gunmetal tone stones on it. And it looks to be in okay condition. I think all the stones are there. And it is a multi-layer. And that one does have a little bit of glue residue. So on that one, let's just do $2. Super lightweight. We have this mesh bracelet. And it is a magnetic closure. It looks like there could be a little discoloration on it, but nothing too bad. And I don't see any markings on there. This one is coming in at fully closed. You can get down to a 7. We'll just do $2 on that one. And this is beautiful. It is a long faceted bead necklace. This is from the Limited. And it does come down into this lariat. And I think all the stones are there with a tassel. And it looks to be in good shape. So on that one, let's do $5 on the Limited. That's awesome. Love getting branded pieces in this box. And next up, we have this long necklace. No maker's mark on it. Silver tone. And then you do have the kind of wave pattern discs and then acrylic faceted beads. And it is multi-layer down there. We'll do $3 on that one. It looks to be in pretty good condition. And no maker's mark on this necklace. So it is long, and then it comes down into these charms. There's like an acrylic faceted bead there, a leaf, and like a faux shell. This is really cool. And it looks like all the stones are there. So really fun piece. Like I said, there's no maker's mark. It is a long necklace with the dangles. We'll do $4 on that one. And it looks like this one is broken. It is functioning, but I think it's missing the main jump ring part. So that one will just be in craft for $1. That may have gone with a piece from earlier. I'm not sure, but I remember one that was kind of similar to that. All right, and next up we have this hammered silver tone, and it's on kind of a fabric cord. Very cool piece. There might be a little bit of discoloration. I don't see any maker's mark on that one. We'll do $3 on that. Some really fun necklaces in this box so far. And next up we have this brass tone necklace. This is also a long one. And it does have an extender. So you have the faceted gold tone. And it looks like this is in pretty good shape. I don't see any branding on it. We'll do 3 on that one also. And we got a little stretch bracelet here. This one is nice and it's in good condition, nice stretch. We'll do $2 on that one. And I'll just add this one in if you want to stack them up. So $2 for both of those. And we have this beautiful cuff bracelet. This is marked. Ooh, this is Leah Sophia. Very nice. So like an antique gold tone twist design. And it is pretty pliable. Really nice piece. Right now it is sitting in at about a 7, but it can go smaller. We'll do $6 on that. That is a nice item. And we have this piece here, and it's a cross. This one is also marked. I believe it's Premier Designs. Yep, it is marked on the back, Premier Designs. There is a little bit of copper on the edges there. And also some peeling on the cord. So that one will be in craft for $1. And we did get a match to these feather earrings here. They're gold tone hooks, and then you have the metallic feather. And that one is just coming to the back. It needs to be straightened out. But it's got the strand of beads on it. Those will just be $1 if anybody wants those. And next up we have this. I don't see any markings on it. It's very lightweight. And it does show some wear on it. And it's a bit misshapen. So I'm just going to put this one into craft for $1 if anybody wants that. It is magnetic. And we have this piece here. This is Claire's. It's a popcorn chain and it says Little Sis with a nice Tiffany blue. And it looks to be in okay condition. We'll do $2 on that. This ballerina pendant on a fabric cord. And I don't know if there was something else there, like a hang tag that is missing. But it is functioning and looks to be in okay shape. We'll do $2 on that. And this is pretty. I believe this is glass, this heart. Really nice. And it is on a silver tone cord, like a gunmetal. And the beads are just a little bit misshapen, but it's in good condition. Needs a little bit of a wipe down, but really pretty. I don't see any branding on it. We'll do $3 on that. And we have this bracelet here. Kind of looks like a bourbon and bow tie style. There's some copper coming through on the metal, and it's really misshapen. So we'll just craft that for $1. And we still have our tangles up there from the beginning of the box, so I'll grab another handful. And I think we can go ahead and dump out the remainder. We have this card here. I guess it's, I don't know what this is. Just these beads. That'll be in craft for $1 if anybody wants that. We have this clamper style bracelet in gunmetal. And there is some scratching on it, but it is a nice heavy weight. This is also Leah Sophia. It's marked down in there. So it needs a little bit of a wipe down. And that one, with it still being closed, is about 6 3/4. Let's do $5 on that one. That is nice. So 2 Leah Sophia bracelets. And we have these earrings here. And I'm going to check these just to make sure they're not Bakelite, because I have accidentally sold Bakelite for $3 that I got in this box. I don't think these are, but I'm going to check them and then I will put a price on the screen. But they're really pretty, like a marbled green. So I'll insert some info on that. And we've got more of these. I already put one of these into craft. So if you want all 4 of them, we could do $2 for these bangles. And we have this. It's like a slider bracelet. It's not stretchy. We'll just do $1 on that one. And we have these just plastic Halloween studs. We're missing some, but you get the hats. I think these are mismatched. That's like a raven and that's a cat. And there's 2 birds there. And then you get the bats. We'll just do $1 on those if anybody wants that. But it is missing some. And this is fun. It is an AB coated purple plastic necklace. It looks to be in okay condition. We'll do $2 on that one. And we have these charms. It says, congratulations, and a diploma. And I don't know if that's intentionally supposed to be two-tone, but it's copper coming through there. And it says you did it. So we'll just do $2 on those, just silver tone. And we've got another stretch bracelet here. We were doing these for $2. We'll do all 3 of these for $3 if anybody wants those. I think these probably go together. I'll see if there's any more to add with it. That is a really pretty earring. And we have this bracelet. The stretch isn't that great on it. Really chunky beads would be fun for crafting. It is still wearable, but the stretch is a little bit stretched. So we'll just do $2 on that one, but really fun beads. And we have another kind of graduation charm. So I'll throw that in with the others. So you get that as well. Those will all be $2. We have this shell. That might be an anklet. It doesn't look long enough for a necklace. We'll do $2 on that one. And we've got another pearl necklace here. These definitely have some luster to them. Just needs a little bit of a wipe down. Really pretty. We'll do $3 on that one. I think there was 2 of those. And another stretch ring here. This is gunmetal tone. I think we have all of the stones on it, and this is in good shape. We'll just do $1 on that one. Nice cocktail ring. And we have this bracelet here with an owl. And kind of looks like a Juicy Couture type crown. And there is some lifting there on the sides. I think this is just faux leather. But a cool piece. And it is definitely on the shorter side. It's got a toggle clasp. And this one, that's sitting about a 6 max on that. So I'm just going to do $1 on that one because there is some lifting along the corners. But a fun piece for crafting, so $1 on that one. And we have these bracelets here. These are new with the tag. And oh my gosh, They were $100. Pearls, 6 to 7 millimeters, a 6-piece bracelet. Wow. So these are beautiful. They are stretch bracelets. So there's like a silver and like a darker gray and a blue. Those are beautiful. And I definitely think they're real pearls like it states. So I'm going to look that up. Those are amazing. So what a great find on those. Very, very happy with this box. And next up, this is another one that's kind of a bourbon and bow tie style with some kind of stone on it. And this one's in nice condition. It does not have a hang tag, so it may be unbranded. The bourbons usually have a hang tag. And that one's sitting in at a 7, but it's in good shape. We'll do $4 on that one. And I do have another stretch bracelet here. So on these, and then you get the small one too. We'll just do all 4 of those for $3. And we got another one here. This one has peeling along the pearls. So that one will just be in craft for $1. And this is cool. Looks like a carved bone and then gemstones. That looks like rose quartz, amethyst, tiger's eye, and a lapis. This is cool. It is a stretch bracelet, but it looks like it's going to need to be restrung, but some beautiful stones on it. Let's do $5 on that one. And this is beautiful with these faceted beads and the gold tone cross. And this one is a stretch bracelet. It is definitely on the tighter side. So best for a smaller wrist, but it seems like the stretch is okay. That one's sitting in at about 6.5 max. We'll do $3 on that one. That is gorgeous. I don't think we got a match to that J. Crew earring. That was new with the tag. That is a bummer. We do have this bangle set, gunmetal with the silver glitter on there. And there is some scratching on the inside of the bangles, but the outside of them looks to be in okay shape. They're all interlocked, so you'd wear them together. And those are coming in about a size 8 max. We'll do $3 on that set. And we have this stretch bracelet. This the stretch is definitely gone on this one. Really cool beads on there. And some of those might be glass. Really cool. So I think it's still wearable, but it's really a tight stretch, so you really have to be careful with it. That one is coming in right now at 6.5. We'll just do $2 on that one. And I also, I don't think we got a match to that 585 earring either. Quite a few earrings and little baubles in this one compared to my last couple. So I think all we have left are this Tangle. So I'm going to work on this, and then I'll come back and put some info on the screen, and we'll go over those earrings. We do have this gold tone cross bracelet. And that has an extender on it with the orange cross. And that looks to be in good shape. It's enameled on both sides. We'll do $2 on that one. All right, just coming back on to go over the Tangle. I did have a couple casualties. One being this one. I believe this was a multi-layer necklace. It's just gold tone and then these peach colored, I think just faux pearls. But unfortunately it is broken, so that one's going to go into craft for $1. And we have this little guy will be in craft. And then this necklace is also broken. This was just gold tone and like a faux stone, I assume. That one is just gold tone and magnetic. That will be in craft also for $1. And I did get this tiger's eye necklace out, and there's no damage on this. It is super long and really, really pretty, cold to the touch. Let's do $10 on the tiger's eye necklace. And I do have this waxed cord pearl necklace with the cross. And it looks like there is a little bit of tone loss there. And I think these are faux pearls on this one. We'll just do $2 on this. And this necklace is marked 925. So I do need to research this one and put some info on the screen. And then it's also marked India. It's got a really dainty cross and then some beads. And then it does come up on the chain with the extender. And this one is not magnetic. So I will test that and put some info on the screen. And I did get these out. There is some tone loss there. They're like an antique gold tone, but they did get a little bit scraped up, probably from being in the Tangle. So we'll just do $2 on those, but they do show wear. And these are interlocked bangles. And they are a 7.5 max on those. So those will be $2. And this was the other Tangle. So this one, there are 2 pearl necklaces there. This one is on a kind of a worn brown cord. And this one's on a velvet black cord. And I do think these are real pearls on that. And there is this necklace here. There is this Anna Reed bar necklace. I am not sure about that brand. I do think it's plated, but it is not sterling. And then over here, there is a bauble bar necklace, which I think is this dainty one with a spike. So there's potentially like 5 necklaces here. I'm not sure what exactly the condition is. I didn't want to rough them up too much and end up breaking anything. But we'll do $8 on that Tangle there. And then last up, I just need to go through the earrings. And I want to test that Bakelite. There was potentially a gold earring in here. And then I'll test this. So I'll sort out any of the single earrings, and if there's any matches, I'll bring those back and we'll do our testing here at the end and wrap up. But overall, I was really happy with this box. A lot of quality pieces in this one. So I'll be back shortly and we'll go over the earrings. All right, I'm back so we can go through the earrings. I did get a few pairs, and I was just testing some of the single earrings that were not magnetic, and I came across this one, and you guys, I think this is David Yurman. It is marked there DY925, and it definitely looks like a Yurman style, but it is a single earring. So I did just scratch that here, and it definitely looks like sterling. I have never gotten David Yurman in any type of box before, but it is definitely sterling, and I'll have to do some more research on that one, but that is such a bummer that it's a single earring, but what a cool piece. So that is definitely at least confirmed sterling, so that's fantastic. I'll move that aside. And there were just a few other ones here. I just wanted a quick scratch. So that pearl gold tone one was not magnetic. And it looks like that is vermeil, this earring here. That aside and just put that with my scrap lot. So we did get that one. And we had this beauty here that will be in craft. That one as well will be in craft. And then this beautiful filigree heart. I'm just giving these a quick scratch. That is also copper. That will be in craft. And I did get a couple more of the little Halloween studs. I'll add those to the card. So there was a match for the witch and then also this one. So I'll add those to that card with the Halloween earrings. So incredible find on the David Yurman. We have this scrap, probably for May. And then I do have some earring matches. We did have these kind of amber tone dyed shell, which are really pretty. And those are magnetic. We'll do $3 on those. Those are pretty. Very lightweight. And then I do have 2 pair of these hoop earrings. And there was a smaller pair as well, but we did not get a match to it. So I'll just do, if you would like both of these, we could do both for $3. They're kind of like a hammered gold tone hoop. And those are just costumes, so $3 for both pairs of those. And then I did have these dangles with the faceted gold stone there. And they're like an antique gold tone hoop. We'll just do $2 on those. And then we have these pearl post-back earrings with the chain detail. And these are just faux pearl. And I will put another backer on there. These are marked Ann Taylor. So that would make sense. They definitely look like an Ann Taylor. And they're in very good condition. We'll do $4 on the Ann Taylor. And I'll put a replacement back on there. Very lightweight. And we did have these beautiful rhinestone earrings with the open circle. And all the stones are there, really nice. And there is some metal wear on the back for sure, some tone loss. So on those, we'll just do $2. And these ones are so pretty. They are on like a gunmetal. And they do have this beautiful glass kind of teardrop shape that's chained in there. And then the chain accent around the clear rhinestones. So really beautiful. And I don't see any markings on these ones, but they're really cool. They are magnetic. We'll do $3 on those ones. Really pretty. And then I did have these studs. They're not magnetic, so I will test them. They kind of look like a brain. So I think that's what that is. Kind of cool if you're a doctor or to wear for Halloween or something. And those are not scratching copper, so let's see. They are not sterling. So we'll just do $2 on the brain studs. Those are kind of fun. And then I did have these hoop earrings with the cross. And these are really lightweight, really pliable. And they are in very good condition. And I think all of our stones are there. I will check them out and I can put a replacement back on them. We'll do $3 on the cross hoops. And then I had these earrings here. Gold tone, and these are just acrylic, but a really pretty kind of olive green and then like an amber color dangle. And there's the back of them. And they have mismatched backs, so I will change those out. And these are magnetic, so on these we'll do $3. Those are really pretty as well, very nice for fall. And so I have this necklace I need to test. We did have this single J. Crew earring. We did not get a match to that either, unfortunately. But I'm going to hold on to that since it's new with the tag, in case I ever come across one. You know, sometimes you might get another set in a box, maybe that has, you know, missing stone or something, I could swap it out with this one. So I'm going to hang on to that. And then we need to test this necklace here. And then this earring was marked 585. So let me go ahead and scratch that, and then we'll get the 14K acid out. So I do want to scratch the main part of the earring. It was marked on the post. And again, this one was pretty misshapen. So it would more be like a scrap piece, but that is where I scratched it right there. So let me grab my 14K, which would be the 585. Actually, I already have that right here. So we'll let that set up for a bit. But I am thrilled with this box. Early on in the video, we had that sterling necklace with the enamel sterling charms on it. We had that pearl, those stretch bracelets with a $100 price tag on them. We had that other sterling necklace that was signed RM that I'm still researching. We had this David Yurman hoop earring, potentially gold. It's looking really good. This earring, and I'm going to test this necklace now while we're waiting on that. So this was in one of the Tangles that I had found, and it does have a gold wash on it, but it was marked 925 on this hang tag, and it said India. And I think it said AV on it. I don't think there was another brand. And then it does have the cross and the little beads. And this one does show a bit of discoloration. Just from the loss of the gold wash, but it is still very pretty. So we will get a test on that one. And yes, this right here is sterling. So this is a very nice dainty necklace, and it does have a nice extender on it, and then it comes down into the lariat with the cross. So let's do $18 on that one. That is really, really pretty. And then the gold is still holding. So I think we definitely have 14 karat gold on this earring. So I'm just going to hold on to that for scrap. And I'm just shocked by this. And also saddened, there could be somebody else that ordered a box on the same day that may have the match to that. So this box was amazing. It's definitely the best one I've had, at least out of the last three. A ton of sellable pieces in here and some high end as well. So I'm definitely going to order another one of these on this upcoming Friday. Let me know if you've picked one up and how it's been, and if you got any exciting things in your bag. And keep an eye out for a notification. I'm going to try to throw in a sterling sale that will be more focused on rings this week. And Thursday we'll do a mixed 15-piece jewelry box from ThredUp. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back soon on my next video. Have a great day.